Two questions. Do you like mint? And do you like citruses? If you said yes and yes, this is crack in a bottle. Let's go. Hey YouTube fragrance family, welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today I'm going to put my nose on the House of Creed, and this is 1/3 of the three-headed green monster from the House of Creed. This one is Sélection Verte. You want to stay tuned. Sélection Verte hit the shelves in 1970. Bottle size is what you see here is what you're going to get. An 8.4 ounce flacon. Concentration is eau de toilette. Pricing, it is going to be approximately $500 to purchase this online. Currently at the Creed Boutique, it would be $515 for this scent. Now let's take a look at the note breakdown. Very simplistic note breakdown. As you can see here in the top, we have bergamot, lemon, and mint. Very invigorating, and you are going to find out very authentic notes in this one. In the mid, we have pepper, and in the base, we have ambre gris. So very straightforward, simple, a lot of fresh notes here, and that's what you are going to get from Sélection Verte, very fresh. Major notes to my nose would have to be mint. We also have the lemon, but also a note that's not in the note breakdown is lime. And bergamot does play a good role in this particular fragrance group. This is a green, fresh fragrance. How many sprays and where? Really, Sélection Verte is one of those that I've had quite a bit of experience with. This is my own personal decant when I got this. I actually bought a portion, 100 mils of this, and I went through this much. It is one of my favorite creeds of all time, as you can see. I can go for as low as 5 to 6 sprays up to 10, and it works every single time. This is one of those that's not going to offend, so you can do more if you wish to do so. So I go my 1 on the chest for application, then 3 on the neck, which is the usual. So I go back of the neck, side of the neck. This atomizer is actually pretty good. It's not a Creed atomizer, but it's pretty good. And then I go another 1 on the neck, and then 2 on the arms. I'm wearing a t-shirt, so right here and right here. And I am set, and I am swimming in it, and I am loving life. Now it's time to remind me of this beautiful introduction. So I'm going to dissect this scent from top to bottom, from top notes right down to the base, and let you guys know about the development of this fragrance. The introduction, one of the best in the game as far as fresh fragrances go. Man, authentic, uplifting, and oh so good. Oh, this is gorgeous. One of Creed's best fragrances. And it's funny because they're actually vaulting, discontinuing a lot of their eau de toilette. As you can tell, you go on the Creed website, they're getting rid of their gray cap fragrances and a lot of their EDTs. And this is an eau de toilette, and is the one that is standing the test of time. It's very much an old fragrance, an old idea, but really has a great, it's so good that it's still going against a lot of modern fragrances to this day. So upon first spray, this scent hits you with authenticity, and authenticity of a mint and citrus. One of the best citruses and mints in the game. And that is hard to do in 2 categories and be one of the best in the game. Now, when I'm talking some of the best citruses in the world, one of the brands that comes to mind for citruses is Xerjoff. Xerjoff citruses, especially in 1861, Kobe's got a great citrus, and I can go on and so forth. But Xerjoff citruses is upper echelon citruses. This has a Xerjoff citrus in here. Mint. It also meets a Mount Fresh type of mint, the best mint-based fragrance I've ever smelt in my life. You put those two together, and a lot of you that had experience with these two or have experience with all of these, or at least just one of these fragrances, you know what I'm talking about as far as authenticity, juiciness, realness, such a upper echelon citrus and mint-based fragrance. These are the best in the game, and this is taking the 1-2 punch of mint and citrus, it immediately cools you down like no other scent. Mint is very uplifting when done well. Same with citruses. You know those commercials? This is what this makes me think of when I first apply this stuff. You know those commercials that, I don't remember the brand, but there's commercials out there, gum or mint. Mostly I think it's mint. Someone pops a mint and then they breathe out and it's like icicles coming out. It's icy. This is what my skin feels like right now. It immediately cools the user right up. It's cooling, it's transparent, it's watery, and it is also uplifting. Sélection Verte, as far as colors go, I would have to say bright yellow, bright green. It's going to turn to more of an herbal mint once it gets into the dry down, but right now it has that menthol-like feel, really uplifting, that peppermint-like feel, very uplifting, beautiful. Now, when I dissected this scent, I was getting a ton of different citruses. I know the note breakdown is very simple, straightforward. And right now in the note breakdown, it's saying lemon and bergamot that are listed in the note breakdown. I'm getting so much more than that. And I don't know if it's my nose going crazy, but I was getting mostly in this fragrance, and I don't know if it's the mints that are going through here, but I was getting a lot of lime here. I was getting some lime and some lemon, yes. A little bit of an orange tinge in the background. Again, mostly the colors are yellow and green here. So a little bit of that sweet mandarins. I was smelling that, but there's no orange here as far as the color goes, your main facet, but I can feel a little bit of that sweet mandarin here in this fragrance. Now the main citruses here have to be the lime and the lemon, both authentic. So authentic that, let's say somebody's got a lime right here, half cut, lemon right here, and they come up to your face and they go right in your face without the pain. That initial blast, the cooling, let's say both of these were in the fridge and or even freezer or something like that, and somebody squeezed them right on your face or wherever your application is. That's how it feels, that icy feel to it, and that really citrus-like smell, very authentic, so authentic that I can't even describe it. Absolutely one of the brightest openings in the game. Think of the best citrus opening that you have ever smelt and add an invigorating mint to top it off, the best mint that you've smelt. This is what Sélection Verte smells like. Now, let's get into the mint, because the mint's the big boy in here. Yeah, there's a lot of citrus up top, and citrus really dominates the top. The mint just gives it that uplifting factor. The mint is a cool peppermint up top here, which meets a leafy spearmint that is going to come a little later. I think the peppermint is the most dominant in the opening, giving you that cooling vibe, and that's what you're looking for. This opening as a whole for Sélection Verte, simple, straightforward. That's all you're getting. Citruses and mint, that's all you're getting. Nothing is jumbling this introduction. It's just beautiful, transparent, simple. Sometimes simple is just all you need. It's flawless use of mints and citruses. Like, I'm not even hesitating right here. This is probably, I would have to say, the best opening of a Creed, bar none. It's hard enough to find a scent that has authentic citruses or mint. That Creed actually just said, they doubled it up. They said, here's the best citrus and mint that we have. F you, this is how you actually do this. They're saying, we're the best in the game and this is what we have to offer. And hell did they do it. So let's get into more of the dry down here. Before I talk your ear off of just the introduction, I want to start talking about more of the development. So one last thing I want to talk about is in this introduction is the citruses are the big boys in the opening with a chilled mint. Then the dry down, the citruses start taking a small step back, and now the herbal mint comes through. In the dry down, the star of the show, that herbal green mint, which is just as good as the mint in Roadster. And that's one of the better herbal mints. I would actually say that Sélection Verte has a better herbal mint than Roadster. Sélection Verte does almost the impossible. And what many mints or citruses can't do in this game is hold the mint and the citrus and continue to push it out hour after hour after hour. That beautiful opening. A lot of scents in our game have lots of great citruses and mints, and they last this long, and then you get a really crappy dry down and you're done. Sélection Verte keeps pushing this, so they hold it. The citruses, not as much as the mint. Sélection Verte holds it as long as it can, to be quite honest. Really well done. Some people are saying that it's the ambre gris that kind of brings everything together and amplifies everything in the fragrance. I could see that, but outstanding use of mints and citruses in this scent. Now, through this review, you're saying Sélection Verte seems pretty simple. It is very basic scent as far as describing development, things like that, and what I get. In this case, the notes are so great on their own. Simple works. It just works. Now, more into the dry down. So you're getting that herbal mint, but you're also getting a simple floral. A floral that isn't very dominant either. It's not dominant at all. It's actually more in the background. I felt like I smelt neroli in this one as far as the floral in here. It has a neroli feel, very, very light. I heard that it was sweet pea that was in this, that was doing that floral mid, but I'm going to go with neroli because the floral is not really that strong either. So the floral keeps itself in check, knowing that mint is your primary note in this particular fragrance, especially in the dry down. So the scent is indeed called Sélection Verte for a reason. That means selection green. And the mint is the green part of the fragrance. So it really does play that part of really nicely done, that you get the mint in the introduction, a different mint, an uplifting one with the citruses, and then you turn into more of an herbal mint. It was a really nice trick here. I really enjoyed what Sélection Verte has done with the note of mint. I get a pinch of ambre gris here. It gave it some smoothness. It gave it some sweetness too, but it's not as big as the other Creed scents. As far as ambre gris go, one of the best to utilize ambre gris is definitely a Rolfa. I was getting tons of ambre gris from my Rolfa bottle. This one, not so much. It was actually very much mute. Overall, a simple composition that gives you every facet of citruses and mint that you would ever want. So there's a handful of fragrances that utilize mint and citruses, but not to this level. Very, very close. The one that would come close to this would have to be 1861 from Xerjoff, which utilizes mint and citruses. But those two would be the ones that I would have to say that are the best in that game. Recommended age for Sélection Verte, anybody. Again, it's citruses and mint, a little bit of florals, a little bit of ambre gris, but not much here. So any age, easy to wear, unisex, women and men. The only thing that would draw you back is, of course, the pricing. Fragrances, what does it remind me of? Well, there's a couple that I own that it reminds me of. I still think this is the superior scent, but 1861 from Xerjoff would have to be second in line as far as utilizing mint and citruses. Another fragrance that uses mint and citruses in my collection is from L'Artisan Parfumeur, and that is L'Eau de l'Artisan, which both, of course, utilizes that. But that's very much a lower tier fragrance, especially from the citruses and the mint. Best time to wear this fragrance would have to be, not too many fragrances can shine in high humidity. So I have to note this, because in high humidity, either fragrances get too cloying, too much, you don't feel like wearing fragrances. This is absolutely one of the best, I would say top 5 high humidity scents ever. So if you do live in a place that has it's very hot, high humidity, this is one of those that will shine during that time. And not too many scents. I own at least 1,000 scents around me. I would be hard pressed to make a top 10 in high humidity. That's how hard it is to wear fragrances at that time. So this one really shines. Of course, it's best for summer, spring too. Workday, daily wear scent. This is not one of those that you're going to wear at night. You can, but mostly for daily wear at work. Signature scent in the heat. Seasons, mostly spring and summer, a little bit in the fall. Development, this is very much a linear scent. Work appropriate, yeah. Again, it can be signature scent too. I'm going to hit that up. That's yes too. I could see this as your signature daily workhorse, especially if you bought a flacon of it. You are going to have enough juice to basically have it as a signature scent. And I'm very much on the cusp right now. Once this dies down, I might just buy one of these and just keep refilling this, to be quite honest. It is that good. Now let's get into my rating system. Projection, 6 bottles out of 10. It is very, very high in the first hour. Very high as far as projection goes. Then goes to a moderate, then to a skin scent. It really has the Richter scale just keeps going down, down, down. But really, this is one of those, as far as projection goes, it plays skin games. As far as you hear some fragrances, you don't smell it, but other people can. This is one of those. Longevity, 7 bottles out of 10. It varies quite a bit with this one. It all depends about, it really likes the heat. 4 to 9 hours, depending. If it's a cooler day, like right now, it's actually raining out. So this is one of those fragrances that will enjoy being in the rain, but I'll probably get 4 to 6 hours with it. I get more actually in the heat. It does hit more than 7 hours tons of times. I actually wear this sometimes to go to bed. I know it's a very expensive scent to wear to bed, but sometimes I wear it to bed just to calm myself. I absolutely love this scent, and I wake up and I still have this on. So it's one of those that comes back once you heat it up. Sometimes it seems like it's fleeting, 2 to 3 hours, but definitely keeps coming back. Now looking at the compliment factor, 9 bottles out of 10. One of the best in the game when it's hot. I kill it every single time when I wear this in the heat. People can smell it, especially when it's really warm out and nobody really wants to wear a fragrance. I do. So I get fragrances like this that can do it. Uniqueness, 9 bottles out of 10. And you're saying citrus and mint, that's not unique, Mark. This is an EDC formula since the dawn of fragrances time. What are you talking about? You name me a citrus and mint combo better than this. This is a star, and that's what makes it unique, is the authenticity, the use of these notes, really outstanding from the House of Creed. That goes to pricing versus what you get. 9 bottles out of 10, and you're probably gonna slap me silly going, what? This is, again, you can only get in flacon size, so you're getting a lot of juice for what you're paying. It's around 500. It is worth every damn penny. I hate flacons, but this is flacon worthy. It may be actually the first flacon that I'm actually going to buy in my whole collection. Yeah, I've split a bunch of these from Creed, but definitely for one that I want for my personal use, if I'm going to keep one, this is probably going to be the first one I am going to own in my whole collection. Versatility, 10, high. I can't see a reason not to wear this. You can still wear it in the cool weather. It's not going to work as well, but I can see the versatility, day, night, casual, high-end. You can wear it almost any time. That goes to smell, 10 bottles out of 10. There's nothing on the market that does it this good, this simple, and this entertaining for me. It really plays on 2 notes. And a lot of the multiple pieces of these notes, different sides of it, a really outstanding juice at 10. And that goes to an overall score for Sélection Verte. Welcome to the Perfect 10 Club. Sélection Verte, another Creed at the 10 mark. This is the second Perfect 10 from the 3-headed green monster from Creed. It's joining its good friend, Green Irish Tweed. Well, Green Valley, you're next. Let's see if you're going to get a perfect 10. And that goes to a buy, try, or pass. Sélection Verte is an absolute buy. Overall, you have to think, how old is this scent? And how timeless and classic is it? It's still modern to this day. It's so simplistic. Just think about all the Creeds that have been discontinued, vaulted, and they continue to sell this fragrance for a reason. It's a simplistic fragrance, so a lot of the notes aren't going to get hard to source or things like that. It really is a fragrance that is very much a classic and timeless fragrance. The magic of this scent is the authenticity. And that is one thing that I like to pride myself in when I'm smelling scents, is how authentic are the notes. And the notes here are by far basically the use of them, the blend, and the way it works in the high heat. Not many scents can shine in the high humidity, and how great on their own these scents are, these notes are, is absolutely outstanding. How many scents actually struggle in the high end citrus game, and how many scents actually struggle to make a quality mint-based fragrance. Sélection Verte and Creed actually nailed it out of the park on both ends, which is very hard to do. Sélection Verte gives the middle finger to everyone who does both. Simply outstanding. So thank you for watching my review on Sélection Verte. And if you wish to see the presentation in depth, this whole thing right here, please stick around. And remember, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Now, looking at the presentation, you always get the card, you get the pamphlet, and then you get the box that the flacon comes in. So a little different from a lot of my Creed reviews. I haven't done a flacon yet, so let's take a look at it. This is from the private collection, by the way. So it actually says this, it's nice velvet here. Very nice, I would say, I guess a maroon sticker with some velvet on here. All the information's here. I have some information up top. On the sides here, it is actually a diploma to the House of Creed in 1855 by Napoleon himself. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on that on each side. And then in the back here, it says what the flacon is all about. So it says Sélection Verte. And we got some more information here. And you got the lot number at the bottom. So taking a look at the flacon itself, again, you got nice leather here. There is a stopper here. I'm not going to unravel everything, but it says Creed here, and then you got the Creed emblem all over the flacon, and then you got Sélection Verte as the sticker, and you got the batch code or the lot code right there. And then this is just my decant. When my splitter split this for me, I wanted 100 mils. As you can see, it says Eau de Toilette, Sélection Verte, Creed. And let's say I went through probably a good 40% of the juice already. So one of my favorites from the brand.